Hello boaters, I thought it was about time I did another talking to camera type vlog because I haven't done one of those for a very long time. The main reason for that is of course I've been so busy travelling, been accumulating loads of video. I set off on my 2019 cruise around about the middle of January, so I've been going nearly 5 months now, and to start with, quite a lot of the trips were just to make up old ground and cover areas which I've already travelled on quite a lot, with the intention to get to canals which I haven't visited for about 20 years. So it took a little while to get to that sort of point, which I reached when I got to Marston Junction on the Coventry Canal, and then I carried on to Nuneaton, and that was really the first time I'd been through there since, well, around about 1999 I think it was. So that was a historic sort of milestone for the trip. Now I'm on fairly new territory. You know, my memories of the canals that I've visited is quite fuzzy really. I can remember various places along the way, but a huge amount of it, probably about 80%, I can't remember at all. It's like completely new canals to me. The trip has been going very well. I'm enjoying it. I love travelling. I'm always sort of happier when I'm travelling. It's not all a bed of roses. It's, you know, it can be quite lonely. It's very isolating travelling. You don't know anyone on the canal, and even the places you're travelling you don't really have any local knowledge about. Although this time around, of course, I've got internet. So Google Maps is brilliant because it shows me where I can get things, which is good, very handy. I use that quite a lot. And of course I've been videoing the whole trip. Now you may know, you've probably noticed that my trips, the videos that I'm releasing on YouTube are way behind. I'm about 2 months behind my travels at the moment. It's a bit of a nuisance really, because I'm accumulating a huge amount of video. I'm travelling nearly every day, and the problem is that each cruising video that I make takes approximately like a full day's work to produce, to render it, and then to upload it to YouTube. So if I'm moving every day as well, and it's inevitable I'm going to get behind. My plans are for probably from about now on is to slow down a bit and to spend a bit longer in each of the mooring locations that I stop on, and hopefully use that opportunity to catch up a bit. I don't think I'll ever get fully caught up, but the intention is there to try and also to do other things as well, like these type of vlogs. I mean, I simply haven't had the time to do it. I'm on a very rural canal at the moment, and I've had internet all the way, but it has been very slow and certainly not suitable for uploading videos to YouTube. So hopefully I'll get near a town soon and be able to upload this one. So I used to do all my cruising videos on my old Brino time-lapse camera, but these days I'm using my little dash cam, this tiny little thing like that. It records in HD, it's better quality, and it means that all of the trips that I've made so far I've got them all saved on loads of hard drives as real-time HD video, and for that reason I started a separate channel. Some of you will know about this. I've got a new channel called Narrowboat Journeys Slow TV, and the intention is for that one to put on long real-time trips with stereo sound. It won't be everyone's cup of tea, which is why I've put it onto a separate channel. But if you're interested in real-time videos, subscribe to that channel as well. You'll find links to it in the description for this video and on various other places on, you know, on my videos and channel sites. If there's enough people interested, I will do more of them. But at the moment, they're quite time-consuming. They take a long time to produce. But they're good, nice relaxing viewing if that's what you're into. So yeah, the potential is there. I can add, in theory at least, I can add all of my videos as real-time trips. It's just whether or not there's the demand there really. I tend to find that the longer real-time videos that I've uploaded already to Narrowboat Journeys, they don't get as many views. But a lot of people do like them, so we'll see how popular. If the subscriber count starts going up, then I will do more of those sort of videos. But I've got them all saved, so They can always go on at a later date. Meanwhile, I'm finding that the double or triple speed videos for narrowboat journeys it seems to be the most, most effective compromise, really. I did a poll on my channel a little while ago where I asked what's your ideal length of video time, and the favourite result was round about sort of 15 minutes or so. The problem is, of course, even at sort of double or triple speed video, you can't get an awful lot of cruising recorded on 15 minutes. And as you know, I like to show the entire trip rather than just the selected highlights and the pretty bits. So that means sometimes I have to split a single trip into like 2 or 3 parts, and each one of course takes a long time to make. There's no easy way around that, really, short of cutting bits out. But that's what the other channels do. I mean, they show the pretty bits, they show selected highlights, which makes for good viewing, but it doesn't really give a very accurate portrayal of the canals. I mean, quite a lot of canal travel is really quite boring. You're travelling through countryside and it's just hedge and field around you, and you can travel for hours like that. It can be quite dull. And then suddenly you'll come out onto a really beautiful scene, and then you're back to the dullness again. And some canals are better than others, for that sort of thing. I've made some, like I say, I've got loads and loads of video saved and ready to be produced as soon as I can get the chance to do it. I've been through some really lovely places, much nicer than I remember them being, actually, partly because it's the time of the year, and of course also we're at the mercy of the weather. If it's a nice day when I'm boating through a very pretty bit of canal, the end result is a lot nicer than if I boat through it on a rainy day. Sometimes I don't have that choice, though. You've got to move on, you've got to get to the next town for supplies. So not having a fridge, you see, I have to go shopping every other day. Tinned food is just a bit too dull, really, and not good for you long term, so I like to buy fresh stuff. But it means that the canal I'm travelling on at the moment, which is a closely guarded secret, is very rural, and it's a long bike ride to get to a nearby shop, because there are no nearby shops. Anyway, I'm waffling a bit now, aren't I? What else am I going to talk about? I think the cats are enjoying the trip. Bushka's been as good as gold, really. Midge, he's not quite so keen on actually moving, so he can be a bit of a problem to get him in. But generally, once we're moving, he's fine, and he's always absolutely delighted when we stop and he gets to go out somewhere new. So I think they're enjoying it, really. I usually try and video them when I let them out. Sometimes I forget, or I don't let them out immediately after I've moored up. There might be dogs running around or something like that, so that's why you don't always see them. So I have to try and think of their safety first, really. Most of the boat trips that I do are not too long. I would travel usually for about an hour to about 3 hours maximum, because it's too long for keep the cats indoors, really. I usually set off round about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, because that's usually the best time to get the cats in. That's the tricky bit. If I can get the cats in, we can go. So then I'll boat till about, or maybe sort of 10, 11, maybe 12 o'clock, and then the job is to get all the footage from the cameras onto the computer and various hard drives and things like that. That can take an hour in itself. Because I use the dash cam, I use an audio recorder, I use a cheap action camera, which I'm starting to use now for the rear view camera, so you can see me and the view from the back of the boat. They'll just be occasionally used. Then I've got this camera for stills as I'm going along, and this camera is faulty for stills, but it seems to record video all right, and this is the one I use to record the cats at the end. So there's numerous sources, and unfortunately the video from the dash cam doesn't work in my video editing software, so I have to convert the files from that into a different type of file, so that's all a bit time consuming as well, but it works and there's no loss of quality, so it's okay. It's all automated, so it just takes about 20 minutes to convert them all. So I've been moving nearly every day for the last 2 or 3 weeks, so there hasn't been an awful lot of time to make new videos, to actually get down and edit them, but they're all saved up. So there we have it. I was part way through recording a vlog and the memory card in the camera filled up, so I had to stop for half an hour to transfer all the files off the card and to erase it so I could start again. So here we go, and if I repeat myself, please excuse me, because I can't remember what I said the first time around. I have a poor memory sometimes, and as I was saying, that I've been recording all the trips. I've been travelling nearly every day for the last 2 or 3 weeks. The video is piling up. I need to be in a good place where I can get a decent internet signal, and then slow down a bit and try and upload more videos. So stay tuned. Do have a look at Narrowboat Journeys Slow TV, because the more subscribers I get on that, the more likely I am to upload lots of more new material to it. It comes down to supply and demand, really. If you want that sort of video, I'll put that sort on as best I can, although it does eat up a huge amount of my monthly data allowance, so I won't be able to do too many of them, but we'll chip away at it. Big thank you to all my patrons and people who have made donations to me through PayPal. It's helped wonderfully. I can't do this without you, so thank you very much. I really mean that. Well, okay, I better get on to edit this video now, get that one uploaded, and then hopefully I'm moving near to a town very shortly, so I should have good internet connection so I can get it uploaded and start working on the cruising videos. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.